Hi friends, so today I'm sharing a very personal experience with you, and it's regarding doing something that I'm really bad at. So I know my strengths, I know what I love doing, and I know what I'm good at doing. I'm more of a reading, writing, comprehension, reflection kind of person, so I tend to do well with academic work. I tend to do well with even yoga asanas and certain types of communication skills. I think I'm good at public speaking. So you know what your skills are. I'm very good at engaging with people and making good conversations, etc. One of the things that I always have known or believed, actually not known but believed myself, that I'm not good at singing or anything to do with singing and chanting is one of the aspects of singing, not exactly like singing, but chanting is in every spiritual practice, in all the religions around the world, there is an element of chanting, right? We use the words and there are sound. So be it Hinduism or Islam or Vedic time or Judaism, Christianity, anything, there is a use of sound, there's use of word to praise our creator, to praise the supreme, or to seek healing, or to seek something, right? We use the sound. And in Vedic term, it's called the Vedic chanting, and the Vedic chants are usually the Vedic mantras, and they are also used as a healing tool. So it's very important that it's chanted as it is. So there are very strict rules to chant Vedic mantras. There are 6 different rules. So you have to correctly pronounce, you have to correctly use the notations that are prescribed, you have to make sure that you're connecting the compound words, you have to make sure that there is a seamless transition, all of that. So it's actually a very, very regimented, very disciplined area, and not everyone has to do it. But in my mind, because of my other practices of yoga, I felt like I should also go ahead and learn the Vedic chanting. But at the same time, I had some trepidation, some hesitation, because I knew I'm really, really, really bad at it. And then at the same time, my daughter, my younger one, she is again very good, kind of like me, very good in public speaking, debate, communications, or those types of things. So she was very good at it, and drama, theater, and all of that. So she had been doing them, and then I think she had this thought in her mind, and she had actually done that before also. She's not very athletic, and she's not sporty, like people generally very naturally sporty or not. She's not one of those people, but she decided to pursue soccer, and that she had done back like many years ago. And very recently she took up softball, which for most of you who don't know is kind of like baseball for girls. And she took it up, and I was a bit surprised when she quit the Model UN program, the debate and speech, and she said that I know that I'm good at them. I know that I can do them well, and I could be like up there, higher performer. But I want to give softball a go. And even though I know that I'm really, really bad at it, I want to give it a go. And she did. And the story began with her not starting as the best player in the team, and slowly over time, with passion, motivation, hard work, all of that, taking all the feedback on board and everything that she could, and not being affected by criticism, not being affected by setbacks at all. She kept going. And to tell you the truth, she actually inspired me to get over my hesitation. Not directly inspired me, she didn't tell me that you should do it, but watching her go through this journey where she was not good at, and then still keep going, keep practicing, keep her dedication down. Even when she was being made fun of, she took it on board, and she was okay with it, not being affected at all, because she was focused on just enjoying and playing the game. So then I took up this Vedic chanting, and as I expected, I started off really, really badly. And I think that also was combined with the fact that I was nervous. Whenever my teacher was there to teach me, I was so nervous that I would make mistakes. And it was phenomenal over time. I started to see how my mind works, because if you want to know your mind, chanting is a very good way to know that, if you are interested in seeing how the mind's pattern work. And so if you know your mind's pattern very well, you can also change the pattern. So that's the whole idea, and I think chanting is doing that to me. So back then, I would say 2 years ago I started, and there was a 1 year gap because of certain medical interventions and stuff. And so I had done 1 year of on and off sort of learning to chant, and then I took a big deep dive into it, and now I'm learning that on a very, very regular basis. So my journey has still just started, but I can already see big changes. I can see that now when I'm looking at the mantras on the piece of paper, I am in that moment completely 100% focused on those letters. I want to get it right. I want to get the notation right. And I can also see how my mind is looking for the same pattern, but when the pattern changes, so say for example, if there is the same word with the upper note, I'm looking for the same word or letter with upper note, but it's not, it's lower or neutral note. So then my mind has to switch and change. And so I have started to begin this chanting. I've started to begin this as the journey looking into my mind, looking into how I operate, how I see the world, and all of that I'm starting to begin in the Vedic chanting. So I have learned quite a few mantras, and my focus is on healing. So these mantras can bring a lot of healing to myself, and I can also give that to others when I'm ready, whenever I have done this program and completed my journey of learning to chant. I mean, this journey is lifelong, but there will be milestones when I can start bringing this into effect for people. But what it's doing to me, and I'm so grateful that I've taken up something that I was really bad at, as opposed to being really good at something and shining star and all of that. And it gives you a different kind of feeling, right? Like a different kind of high when you're very good at something. And when, when people are learning in a group setup and you are really good and you are flourishing and people are looking up to you, a very different feeling. To when you're struggling, you're not really good at, you're nervous and you have trepidation, you have fear of failing, and still you keep going. That has a very different quality. And what it has done to me, it has changed my character. It has changed my seeking to be always successful, seeking to be on top, seeking to be the best in my group. It has changed all that for me. Now, my only desire, my only focus in that moment is to learn it rightly, learn it correctly, take the feedback from my teacher, listening to the teacher. And little things like when the teacher in my last class, my teacher said, "That was good." And she just simply said, "That was good." And it felt like a jackpot. It felt like a $100 million worth of prize that I received as a result of my consistency and my daily practice. And I'm putting in my heart and soul, and I'm practicing every day. I'm making sure that I'm not letting myself down. I'm not giving up at any point, because there were moments when I was frustrated. There were moments when I was questioning myself. I was thinking, I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my teacher's time. And why am I doing this? Why am I doing something I'm so bad at? And I couldn't see the end of it. I couldn't see that I'll ever overcome that that big mountain that I just seemed to not, it was always uphill for me. The downhill wasn't in sight at all. And now I have reached a point where I can see that I'm climbing. I can see that I continue to climb, and I can see that one day I'll get to the summit and see a bigger, better view. For sure, I'm not there yet, but I wanted to share this journey while I'm still climbing. And so now my heart is growing, and I'm getting deeper into my practice, and I feel a certain sense of calm after each practice. So this is what the mantras and chanting and sound, any kind of spiritual connection that we bring through sound, brings to us the sense of calm, the sense of quiet, the peace, and also a sense of confidence is growing. I know that I can do this. I know that I am doing this. My teachers are wonderful. They're supporting me. Never ever has anyone discouraged me. Everyone has said, we all started this way. You go, keep going, keep practicing. And that's the most important part, keeping the motivation going despite knowing that you're really not very good at it. So how do you overcome? And I'm interested, this is just an example of chanting. It could be anything for you. I'm interested in your stories. Are there any things that you have undertaken knowing full well that you're not good at it? And how did you overcome? Were there thoughts of giving up? And how were you supported? What did the challenge feel like? For me, it felt very, very tough in the beginning. It was probably one of the hardest things I started. And not because it was hard itself, objectively, but because I wasn't good at it. So for me to accept that position and then keep going, it was not an easy journey, but it's so rewarding. And when I get the paragraphs right, when I'm chanting, when I get the feedback, I'm still getting the feedback to correct. I'm still getting to repeat myself to get the right notation, to get the right words. Some pronunciations are hard for me because of my Hindi accent. Some pronunciation are hard for me because of my North Indian sort of accent with some Urdu mixed in, which is very different from Sanskrit. And all of those accents come into play, and I have to kind of unlearn, and I have to just chant the pure kind of words, the letters, the way they are supposed to be. And it's a great discipline. It has been a very hard journey for me, but I can see that now I'm sort of climbing, knowing that I'll get there. So that's where I am, and I thought I'll share with you midway, and I'm hoping to share with you again when this journey has reached the first milestone, when I can start teaching, or I can start using these mantras for healing purposes for myself and for others, and that would be wonderful. But until then, I just wanted to share with you, and I just wanted you to reflect on my journey, and not like reflect on your journey, watching this video, and just connecting any of these experiences that you have had, and let me know. And with that, I'll end the video today, and see you again. Bye.